You're listening to Conversation Kingz with Dominic Emerson, only on LA Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Conversation Kingz. I'm your host, Dominic Emerson, here at LA Talk Radio. And as always, like, follow, and subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, right? And I want to just give you a special shout out and welcome for the new year. Happy New Year, because I know everybody's going to go into the new year, and I wish you many blessings going into the new year, right? Because all things come and all things will become new for us for the new year. I want to give a special shout out to Panor clothing brand. You can go pick up that merchandise at panorbrand.com. Go over there and just let them know that the Conversation Kingz sent you over there to get that clothing, right? And I want to talk about, because we are going into a new year, resetting, refocusing, and regrouping, right? These are the things that we are going to have to do if we're going to go into the new year, because we don't want to take that old baggage or that old weight or that dead weight, as we would call it, into the new year, right? Because we're trying to make it a new year, right? But we know that so many people are going to have New Year's resolutions, right? A lot of people are going to say, I want to lose weight for this new year. I want to work on my finances for this new year. It's going to be so many things that people are going to put for a New Year's resolution, right? But I just say, just reset, regroup, and refocus, right? Carry the positive things over into the new year, so that way you can continue to build on those things as you go forward into 2024. So I just want to give you some great information, something that may help you going into the new year, so that way you can continue to build and continue to grow and continue to become the person that you desire to become, right? First off, I just want to say, going into the new year, you're going to have to unfollow and unsubscribe from things, right? You're going to have to unfollow and unsubscribe from certain things, right? You're going to have to unfollow those things that are not helping you grow, helping you build, and helping you go towards the path that you desire or require for your life, right? Sometimes we follow things that don't actually feed us or help us grow, right? So we have to cut those things off. We have to unsubscribe from those things that are not helping us build, especially if we want to have a positive, productive 2024. We're going to have to unfollow and unsubscribe from a lot of those things, right? If you are a person that is always on social media and you're always looking at the negative things that are out there on social media, then my suggestion is just unfollow and unsubscribe. If it's not feeding you mentally, spiritually, or a physical aspect of your life, then unfollow and unsubscribe from it, so that way you can continue to build and continue to grow and continue to be successful as you desire to be successful, right? And we always have to decide what we have to let go, right? And I'm talking certain commitments that are just holding us back, right? We're tied into these commitments, but they're not serving a purpose in our lives. But we're so committed, and we had that saying, we're going all in, right? So in 2024, you may have to cut some of those commitments off, right? In order to be able to grow even further and grow more, or grow to the next level in your life. You're going to have to cut some of those commitments off, right? You're going to have to cut off a lot of bad habits. And a lot of the reason why we didn't get a lot of things accomplished in 2023 is because we had bad habits that we actually carried over from 2022. So going into 2024, cut off the bad habits that are not serving a purpose in your life, right? That's not helping you grow, not helping you be the person that you desire to be, not helping you reach the potential that you can reach in this year, right? So you want to cut off a lot of those bad habits, a lot of those commitments that were just weighing you down, right? And in 2024, we may even have to cut off some relationships, right? Some relationships that were serving us no purpose, right? They were meaningless relationships, right? We never contacted this person. We never called this person. This person never called us and never contacted us. But, it was just, we were social media friends, but we never had a real relationship. So sometimes you may have to cut those relationships off, right? You may have to loosen the baggage of those things that you're holding on to, just to say that you're holding on. I know this person, I know that person, but there's no real relationship. Cut that relationship off because it serves no purpose, right? So we have to find that balance in our life, right? Going into 2024, and those things that are going to bring us contentment in 2024. We want to continue to grow and prosper in 2024. So you definitely have to decide what to let go of, what you're going to unfollow, what you're going to unsubscribe from in order to make 2024 a new great year for you. That's why we're going to reset, regroup, and refocus our attention on these certain things in our lives for 2024, right? Like me personally, I don't have a resolution. I don't create a resolution, right? I just try to build on the things that I was working on in the past or previous year in order to help strengthen in certain areas, right? I work on the strengths that I pulled from the last year, and I try to work on letting go of those weaknesses that I found myself in the previous year, right? And so that way I just kind of try to build upon those things in the new year, so that way my foundation is continued to be solid, right? And then we're going to have to reduce our decision fatigue, right? Sometimes we get mentally fatigued, right? So in 2024, we're going to have to let some of that stuff go, reduce it, right? So we're not mentally bogged down. We're not mentally weighed down. We're not mentally overstressed, right? We're not mentally over anxious for anything going into the new year, right? We're going to have to reduce our decision fatigue, right? Just let your yay be yay and your nay be nay. Just it is what it is, and that's what it is. In 2024, we're not standing for it anymore, you know? And I want to say, I always hear in 2023, I was hearing, I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. 2024, mind your business, right? Be about yourself and mind your own personal business, right? That way you can have that full reset, regroup, and refocus. If I'm minding my own business and I'm taking care of what I'm doing, then I don't have enough time to be worried about what somebody else is doing, right? Because I'm focused on what I'm doing. I'm resetting all the things that I want to reset, and I'm regrouping in areas that I need to regroup in order for me to be a better person, personally, individually, for myself, right, in 2024. And that's what we want to do, right? We want to declutter our inbox, right? I know people who got thousands and thousands of emails that they do not respond to, right? We got thousands and thousands of messages that we do not respond to. We got so many things that's filling up our inbox from outside intervals that we just need to declutter that inbox, right? Start fresh, start new, delete it all, right? Delete it all and start anew. Just if you're not going to answer it, you're not going to respond to it, let it go, right? Just there's no need to be carrying or holding on to all of those things going into 2024. Just release and let go, and you'll find yourself having a sense of, I can bring in and I can accept new things because there's space to accept new things, right? Because that's what decluttering your inbox is about, right? You want to just let all that go, because if you're not responding to it, it's there for no certain reason. So let those things go, right? And you want to have a healthy life, right? You want to go into 2024 eating the things that we should eat, taking in the things that we should take in, right? Because it's all mind, body, and soul. So if I'm not taking care of my mind, body, and soul, and I'm not eating healthy, being healthy, right? I have a thing, right? Because every time we as a people get together, the first thing we say, let's go meet, let's go eat at a restaurant, right? Why are we always going to eat at a restaurant that's not healthy for us? Why are we always, that's the first suggestion, right? Let's go to this restaurant, but we want to be healthier, right? Let's just say, hey, let's meet at this trail. Let's go walk this trail. Let's go meet at this beach. Let's go walk the beach. Let's start doing things that are totally different from just going to do the normal, where we just all get together, 10 or 20 of us, and we sit down and we eat at a restaurant every time we gather, right? That has to be the refocusing, right? I have to refocus my health, and if that's not serving me any purpose, because we want more longevity of life, right? So we have to start now in 2024 in order for us to continue that, right? Create those good habits and release those bad habits, right? I have no desire really anymore just to go sit down with a bunch of people that I always sit down with, and we talk about the same thing, and we just sitting at a restaurant eating food that is not really truly healthy for us, right? So if we're not going to go do nothing that's going to help me push my health limits, then I don't want to do it anymore in 2024. It serves me no purpose, right? That's not going to help me in my longevity, because we're moving uphill, right? We're going downhill, should I say, in our age and everything like that. And I don't want to be, lugged down because that's all I do and I partake in that. So I want to eat more healthy, take more vitamins, drink better water, just purify myself internally to the best that I can, right? So that way my health is taken care of for my life when I get a whole lot more older. We want to do those things, and we want to start now by creating good habits going into 2024. And that's what a part of reset, regroup, and refocusing is all about, right? We want to change our complete mindset going into this new year of not having this extra baggage, this extra weight, carrying things over, doing the same thing that I used to do that was not serving any purpose in my life. And I hope that you will want to do the same, right? This is The Conversation Kingz. I'm your host, Dominic Emerson, here on LA Talk Radio. And as always, like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, right? And I'm talking about reset, regroup, and refocus for the new year. And I wish you all a happy new year and a productive new year. That way you can live up to the potential that you should be living up to in the new year, right? We want to recharge our batteries, right? Even us as humans and as people, we get tired, we get bogged down, we get weighed down, right? But we always want to be plugged in so we can recharge our batteries so we can go, right? That's a reset. You want to be charged up so when you go, because when you're charged up and your batteries recharged, your focus is a whole lot better. Your mental mind state has more clarity for you to be able to produce the things that you would like to produce, right? So that's why we have to recharge our batteries, right? We have to stay away from those negative charges and stay towards the positive charges so that way we can continually put productive charges into ourselves so that way we can continue to focus and move forward in this life, right? So we have to do that in order to continue to reach and go towards our goals in life, right? And find the time that we need in recharging our battery. We may have to just take a relaxation, right? Take a vacation, go somewhere, do something that's not normally that you do in life in order to recharge your battery. Because the honest thing about it is we all have to get up and do some type of job, right? Go to work. We're working a 9 to 5. Sometimes some people work 8 hours, some work 14, some work 16. And we get weighed down because just life itself, right? So my suggestion is just recharge your battery. Take time out to relax for yourself. Take time out so you can rethink and refocus your intentions and attention for your life, right? You want to be able to do those things, and you want to get as much sleep as possible. When I was growing up, my father used to always tell me 8 hours of sleep is too much, right? You only need 4 hours of sleep. But that's because he was a serviceman, right? And he was used to just 4 hours of sleep. Me, myself, personally, I'm going to get my 8 hours of sleep so that way I can be refreshed when I wake up in the morning, right? And you want to do these things so that way you give your body a time to reset itself and recharge itself. So when you wake up, you're not feeling groggy or any of those things. That's what recharging your battery is all about, right? So you want to just have that reflection of the past year also. Reflect on the positive things that you did in the last year, right? What things help serve a purpose in your life that help you grow? Because that's the reflection of the past year. What did you learn from the past year that you don't want to take into the new year? Because that's why it's called the new year, because everything should become new to you. There shouldn't be anything that you carry over into the new year, but you want to reflect on the past year of the positive, the successes, the things that you achieved in the past year, right? What area were you trying to grow in? And you want to continue in that area, right? Because that's what it's all about, a reflection. In driving, the front windshield is always bigger than the rear view mirror, right? Because it's a small reflection. You want to just see that little small reflection, but you want to see the bigger picture of where you're going for this new year. You want to go into it knowing that there's going to be great success. And the reflection is just going to tell you, look, these are the things that you did. These are the things that happened. Grow from it, learn from it, and then you'll be successful in those areas that you're trying to grow in, right? And that's the reflection of the past year. You want to do those things so that way you'll know where you're headed, right? And reflect on your accomplishments. It's okay to pat yourself on the back. It's okay to say, look, we accomplished these things. They were great, right? You don't need a crowd to cheer you on. You should be your biggest cheerleader, right? I did it. I was successful. I accomplished this. And this is where I need to grow at. This is where I need to expand at, right? Take some time to reflect on your accomplishment in the past year and what you're proud of. You got to be proud of the things you accomplished in the last year. So that way you know, you can say, look, I did this. A lot of people didn't say I was going to be able to do it, but I did it. And I'm proud that I did it, right? I'm proud I was successful. I'm proud that I got that degree that was hard for me to do while I was in college, because sometimes school is a little bit hard for a lot of people. But if you get that degree, be proud you did it. Be proud that you put in the work. That's the reflection of your accomplishment, right? Because you're proud of the work that you put in, right? Because you're defined by that, right? Because nobody else is going to do the work for you but you. So you have to look at those things, right? Ask yourself if you treated yourself with respect, right? Did I treat myself with respect? What was I respectful to myself? Did I love myself? A lot of times I have this saying where I say, I love me some me, because I have to love me first. I have to respect myself first before I can respect anybody else. And then going into 2024, I have to love on me a little more. You have to love on yourself a little more, right? In order to know that you're respecting yourself. Because how can I show respect to other people and I don't respect myself? I don't respect the way I treat myself health-wise. I don't respect myself the way I treat myself mentally. So I have to respect myself and love on myself a whole lot more, especially going into 2024. So if I treat myself right, I'm going to expect other people to treat me the same way. And if they can't treat me the same way, then I unfollow and I unsubscribe and I just move on, right? Because you don't have to be dealing with those people. You don't have to sit around those people if they're not treating you with the respect that you're treating them with, or they're not giving you the respect that you give yourself, right? Because if I'm respecting myself, I expect other people to respect me as well. And that should be vice versa. That should be the same for you as well, right? Let people treat you with respect if you're respecting them also. And then you want to reflect on your productivity and time management, right? What was I productive in? What did I accomplish? What did I produce over the last year that shows that I put in an effort for the previous year? And my time management. I tell people all the time, I'm a time person, right? I understand that time is basically really all that we have in life, right? So I try to manage my time to the best of my ability, and I'm still working on that. It's not something that's solid or I have it down pat, but I'm still working on time management, because time management is how we'll get a lot done. Time management is how we get a lot more production done, how we have more time in our life to reflect, relax, regroup, refocus. It's all about time management, right? And if I'm not managing my time right, then everything else is going to be haywire. And we don't want our life to be haywire and be all over the place. So, we are allotted so much time in life, right? I seen this thing that was talking about math and the days and the time that we have, right? And it said, do your age times 365 days of the year, and that's how many days you've been on this rock, on earth, right? So if you do that calculation and you see all of that time, it's like, what did I accomplish? What did I do? What was I productive in that time for the time management that I should have been doing, right? So the math process was your age times 365 gives you how many days you've been on earth. And in that, were you productive with your time management? Did you do anything in that time, right? And so I want to use all of my days and all of my time to be productive, right? And our production is individualized, right? So you want to be mindful of the days and the time that you have, right? And then you want to think about how you express gratitude, right? Going into the new year, are you thankful for the things that you've done, the things that you've accomplished, the things that you overcame, because 2023 was a lot of challenges. But am I thankful for those challenges? Yes, I am. Am I thankful for the hardships? Yes, I am. Am I thankful for the pain and the suffering? Yes, I am. Because it helps us to grow. It, there's lessons in pain. There's lessons in suffering. There's lessons in overcoming obstacles, right? And that all deals with our self-mastery. But with us resetting, regrouping, and refocusing, there's lessons in all of the things that we've done up to this point to say thank you. I'm grateful, and I show gratitude for everything that has happened to me the previous year. Now, I definitely won't let that go into the new year with me. I'm going to focus on other things going into the new year, but I'm going to be thankful that I was able to be taught those life lessons, right? Because life will teach you lessons that either can help you or they can hinder you, right? They can push you or they can pull you. It's just depending on how you deal with them in this life, right? And you have to ask yourself, how can I be calmer? How can I change my attitude going into 2024, right? Do I always have to be upset when somebody says something that used to upset me, used to get me angry, right? No, I don't. I could be a whole lot calmer in how I deal with it, right? I could be a whole lot calmer how I speak to people, how I treat people. I could be, you know, you can get more with honey than you can with ish. That's what my grandmother used to say. And it's the reality of if I'm calmer in the situation, then I won't, it does not affect me. It does not cause me to anger, cause me to wrath, or any of those things. But we have to understand how to stay calm in this situation. And that goes into regrouping, refocusing, and resetting our lives and finding that time management and that relaxation, which will help us to become calmer, right? Like I say, sometimes you're going to have to start the meditation, and meditation helps calm you down, right? Start journaling, start releasing those things inside of you that are bothering you, that are weighing you down, that are causing you to anger. Find an outlet in order to let that go so you can have a calmer life, right? I don't see why people are walking around so upset at life, right? Life is going to be life, but we have to find our peace and our calmness in the storm. So therefore, just find out how can you not allow stress to get you to anger, right? If those things that you know are going to cause you stress, then you don't go towards it, right? Like a lot of people say, God doesn't put more on us than we can bear. That is definitely true. We put more on us than we can bear. And then we ask God to take it away from us, right? God help me. But God didn't put that on you. You did, right? But now he has to make a way out for you. So don't put more on yourself. Don't put more stress on you than need be, because God does not put more stress on us than we have to have, right? He said that he wanted us to live an abundant life, a life of abundance. But we add on these stresses and then we ask for help, ask for a way out. So don't don't put stress on your life. Try to find a calmer way to deal with life is what I'm saying, especially going into this new year. You want to have that 365 days, and all days are not going to be sunshine. There's going to be some rain, but find the calm in the storm, right? And so you want to be encouraged to just continue to calm down and continue to move about in this life with peace in your life, right? And then you want to consider how you can improve your relationships, right? What am I doing that hinders my relationship, my friendships, my family ship, right? You want to find out how can you improve those things. See, me, myself, I may not call everybody, but I'll send a text. Hey, how are you doing? You know, and then that's helping to improve my relationship because I'm continuing to make that connection, right? Because I want to reach out and let you know, hey, I'm still here. You're still there. We still have a relationship. If there's anything that I can do for you that's within my power or in my reach, I definitely want to help you. And that's how you improve your relationships, right? The communication aspect of the relationship. I'm just learning more so about communication, right? And really being someone who not hold it all in, but just be vocal on my feelings and everything like that. And that's what 2023 taught me, that it's okay to be more vocal, but be calm in the way I'm being vocal, right? Because I could have went from 0 to 60 at the drop of a dime, because I always thought, I had to have a guard up, and especially as a man, I gotta have my guard up. I gotta, show that I'm strong and show this. I can't show no weakness or whatever, but it's okay. It's okay to have a gentle side and the calmness. And these are the things that are going to help me strengthen my relationship, right? And so we just want to refresh and prepare our lives for 2024 going into it, right? In 2024, you want to set monthly goals, right? Set 3 monthly goals to be exact, right? What are you going to do? Instead of a New Year's resolutions, which aren't exactly a recipe for success, try setting yourself 3 goals, right? And then just try to reach those goals. You have 30 days. 30 days within a month. Some months have 31, right? Just try to reach those 3 goals within that month. Do that for 12 months and see the accomplishments that you have achieved, right? For the year of 2024, right? A lot of people have been saying, this is the Kobe year, this is the Black Mamba year. I'm going all out, right? So you want to be a champion, then you got to put in the work. Because it's the Kobe year. Put in the work to be a champion. Go all out, go all in, and do what you can do to have a productive 2024. But set 3 goals for each month and try to accomplish those 3 goals before you add extra things on, before you add extra stress, before you add all this extra pressure to yourself. Try knocking out those 3 goals, right? Just do the things that are going to help you grow and help you be successful in this life, right? That's what it's all about. And then you want to have that, once again, you want to have a real connection. 2024, you want to have a real connection, right? You want your mind, body, and soul to be in an alignment. You want to have a spiritual connection. You want to be connected with God, whoever God you serve. You want to have that connection, right? Because I'm not about a religion or anything like that, but I'm about a person being spiritually sound within themselves, right? Mind, body, and soul. So you want to have that spiritual connection. You want to be focused and locked in the alignment. So that way you'll know which direction you're going in, right? You want to have healthy relationships. You want to have healthy living. You want to have a healthy home. Nobody wants to have disarray inside of their home, right? When I come home to my house, I want to have peace in my house, because we're outside dealing with a world that constantly attacks us on every end. Whether it's right or wrong, the world is constantly attacking us. So we want to come to a healthy, peaceful home, right? But if I'm not at peace within myself, then of course my home is not going to be at peace. If I'm not calm, then my home is not going to have any calmness to it, right? It's going to be extremely upsetting when I come home. And nobody wants that in their life, right? You want to have healthy finances. Learn how to manage your finances going into 2024. Learn how to save. Learn how to invest. Learn, these things in order for you to grow. We want to have healthy finances. And especially the way the economy goes up and down, we want to have a healthy finances. And these are the things that I'm learning. So that's why I'm sharing them with you all, right? We have to have these things in our lives in order to be successful. And like I always say, success is defined by the individual, right? So we want to have these things in our lives in order for us to continue to grow and continue to be productive, right? So this is the Conversation Kingz. This is Dominic Emerson, your host on LA Talk Radio. And as always, like, follow, and subscribe on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, where you can get all of this great information and great encouragement, great empowerment, great improvement here at LA Talk Radio. And I just want you all to be successful for the new year, going into the new year. So that way you can be prosperous for this new year. Don't carry the weight from 2023 into 2024 and not be able to manage those things, right? Because 2024 is going to be a great year as far as we make it to be, right? Because life is not complicated. It's what we make it to be, right? So you want to reset, you want to regroup, and you want to refocus, right? And this year for 2024, we're not standing on business. We're minding our business as an individual, right? And as always, it's never personal. It's always business. So let us continue to be about our Father's business so that way we can be productive in all areas of our lives, right? We want to be stand-up type of people, and we want to have people We want to be people that are peaceful, calm, a sense of relaxation, a sense of mindfulness, a sense of clarity, a sense of purpose, a sense of what our passion is, what we've been called to do. Who are we? We want all of these things, and we want to be self-masters of ourselves, right? We want to be in alignment with our mind, body, and soul for 2024. So this is the Conversation Kingz, and I'm wishing you a happy new year and a prosperous new year, and let this year be a year of production, and continue to mind your business and be about your Father's business and continue to move forward. This is the Conversation Kingz, and I'm gone.
You're listening to Conversation Kingz with Dominic Emerson, only on LA Talk Radio.